Welcome to Perfecting Your Foundation online masterclass with me, Jamila Terasai. It was such a pleasure creating an everyday chic look for virtual meetings and beautiful date nights. If you need a personal one-on-one virtual class, since we are still in the pandemic, send me an email to set that up. Here's a before and after of me with a fresh faced look. I also have an in-store makeup shopping experience planned for late summer to help clients find their perfect shades. So stay tuned to learn how to create this look. Enjoy! Okay, so are we ready to move forward?
Yeah, I think we can move forward.
Okay, cool.
Proceed.
So we about to go into brows.
Whoa.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to use this one so I can see myself up close. So first thing I do is I comb my brows up. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in my other camera. You got your pencil out, Siobhan? Well, Siobhan, you get microblading, don't you?
No. I did ombre like 3 years ago.
Oh, damn. So you went back to drawing your brows in?
Well, I just kind of just so it can look clean.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to try to come up a little closer while I do this. So I want y'all to watch me do it. First, I'm gonna do one brow, then I'm gonna have y'all, and then the other. So I want you to watch me do it first before you get into it.
What are you using?
So I have a brow pencil. This is from what is it, Revolution?
Okay.
And it's not the. I would probably tell y'all to use the pencil, the skinny brows from that's really inexpensive. It's from NYX, and it's a thinner tip, so you can be a lot more precise, right? I like my brows a little bit on the thicker side, so that's why I use a larger tip pencil. So I'm waiting for her to come back.
I'm sorry, the sun is going down. I can't.
Yeah, you can't see. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, so what I do, I'm gonna start, because your brows, I'm gonna show you. Let me get a small pencil real quick. So I'm gonna show you where your brows start. So when you're doing your brows, this is how you know where your brows should start. It should be right at the edge of your nostril and go right up. Okay. Your arch should be right over the center of the eye. And then the tail of your brow should be right there, right at the edge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we know that, I'm going to start. My hand is very light. I'm not like pressing it down super hard. I'm gonna just draw a few lines. It's more like sketching than it is drawing. And then I fill in between the lines that I've drawn. So after I've done that, what I do is I take the spoolie that's on the other end of the brush and I just kind of blend it. Blend the color through the hairs. See that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the other one. Y'all can work. Does that make sense enough for you to work on your own brows?
Yes. But I normally don't use like a pencil. I normally use like the pomade.
It's the same concept. So if you're using a brush instead of a pencil, Again, small strokes, like sketching, very light hand. Oh, be careful. Very light hand until you get the shape that you want, and then blend it with, you still need a spoolie to blend. Yep. Got it.
Okay.
And the color that I typically use is like dark brown. I don't use black, I don't use ebony, I don't use espresso because those tend to be a tad bit harsh. And I like for my brows to be snatched but not look like, girl, did you draw that whole brow?
Right.
Stop looking like that, Sam. You're looking like I'm done with this.
I'm looking, I'm like, I need to get to everybody's salon, nail salon. I mean, it's just bad all around. Sometimes I buff
brow hair.
my brows, but you know, you can't be buzzing them after it's full grown. I can't. I have to have something to work with.
Yeah, like a shape.
Right.
So once you got the shape on there and you have your and it's blended out, is that why you sitting like that, Siobhan?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you want to do is get a little bit, a teensy bit of your concealer shade. If it's too light, that's why I usually buy like 2 or 3 different concealer shades, because depending on what I'm doing to my face, I wanted everything to blend seamlessly, right? So I take a little bit of my concealer on a brush like this. This is a synthetic, this is the MAC 242 brush. And it's a synthetic brush. That means the when I put product on it, it's gonna get really thin at the tip, really fine, so you can really cut your brow. So what I do, I cut it out like that. I don't go all the way to the center because I have that dark contour shade going into my brow. And I just cut out the right underneath. And the thing about your brows is they're supposed to be sisters, not twins. So they don't, if the shapes are a little different, that's totally fine. As long as you're not out here looking like Candy from Housewives of Atlanta. Because sometimes her brows be like overly arched. And you be like, bro, why y'all got her looking like Cruella de Vil?
Right.
And I bring that down into my eye because I want to even out the lid color of my eye, because I have my lid is a little darker. So whatever's left over, I just pull it down. Right? And then what also is whatever's left over on this brush. I don't add any other product, but if I feel like I kind of want to touch up right on top, I just kind of carve that out too. Clean up that shape. And then I take a fluffy blending brush like that. See how fluffy that is? But it's dense. And just blend that right on out. And that's the importance. That's why I always tell people, brushes, man,
Yeah.
change your life.
I see.
Okay. So how y'all feeling about that? Feel feel like we can move on, or
Yeah, we can move on.
okay. All right, so we are about to get into eyeshadow. So what I'm gonna do first, and this is to prevent the fallout from the eyeshadow messing up my my highlight. So I just take a little bit and put it right underneath my eye again. And you're not pressing this, you're just placing it, because basically this catches in fallout and you can sweep it right away. Okay. And guess what? Before I became a makeup artist, did y'all ever watch the Tyra Banks talk show?
The talk show? Yeah.
Yeah. She showed us all of this on one of her talk shows. And once I started doing makeup, I was like, oh my God, this is what Tyra Banks is talking about. Yeah, I had a whole moment. Don't judge me. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my eyeshadow palette, right? And I wanna choose something that's pretty close to my skin tone first, because this is gonna be the shade that I lay down to blend everything in with, right? This is my transition shade. This is what, when you watch YouTube on them tutorials, this is what they're talking about. So I'm gonna go into something along these two colors right here. Okay, probably this one. I feel like that's kind of close to mine. Tap off the excess. And I'm using a fluffy blending brush. And this is from Morphe. This is the M433 brush. So I'm gonna go right into my, right above, because I have like hooded eyelids. So I'm gonna go right above that, right above my crease, and put that color down first. Okay. And this color is almost close to my contour shade, but it's not that dark. But it's in like the same golden kind of family. Okay. Then I'm gonna take a shade that's a little richer. Probably like this kind of brick color right here. And follow that into my crease. I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm not gonna switch brushes because I'm doing the exact same area, just with a little deeper of a color so I can get a little bit of definition. Okay. Now, once I have that color laid down, I'm going to take a brush that's a teeny bit smaller than that one. Can you see that? Like, it's still a fluffy brush, but it's more precise.